Hey, Aster here, and today I wanted to answer a very important question that I think I've seen some people ask around in my comment sections. And it's that, have I quit Genshin Impact? And honestly, now that I'm really thinking about it, I don't feel as strongly about the game as I normally should have been for a very long time. I think this all began around Sumeru, where I started to have my own burnout when it comes to the Sumeru content and just how much it really is. And my problem with, I guess, being a content creator was that I always had to be on the very forefront or to make sure that I was updated with my information, because it would be super irresponsible of me to read and advocate lore or theories without actually knowing all the pieces of information. And I think that at some point it started boiling up that I was always on a constant deadline, I guess, whenever I had to always keep up with what's currently happening in Genshin. And that's just par for the course of being a content creator, and I think it's perfectly fine. But I think that mindset, that necessary mindset, kind of really took a toll on me as a content creator, because I feel the pressure and the burnout of constantly chasing the deadlines of events and constantly having this internal deadline of I have to play this quest or I have to play this story, and to the point that I was just like, you know what, no, I'm not going to. It also didn't help that a lot of the times my focus would just be on other things. I didn't particularly have any interest of going through Sumeru because I was interested in like the Fatui or the Cataclysm. I wasn't really a fan of the newer content just because like I was a bigger fan of the older one, which is perfectly normal, honestly, when you're delving into something that's so big, like lore. And I came to the realization that I think I'm going to slow down. I've been here on YouTube doing Genshin content for a year and a half. Yeah, I'm not even close to it's 2 months before my next anniversary for this channel, and I have made so much content on Genshin and just like updating my old content and stuff like that. And I know that a lot of people have seen like both my highest points as a content creator and my lowest points as a content creator. And to that I say, I am just adapting, I guess. I will be continuing Genshin Impact, but I will be admitting that it has been a game that wasn't completely on my priority anymore for a very long time. I'm very excited about the other pieces of lore, but only on certain topics, for example. And I don't feel particularly incentivized anymore to just go through the entirety of Sumeru because my energy is just not coping with that very well. Not to mention that I feel like it's healthy also for me to focus on myself as a person and to also enjoy the games that I like. Here's a funny story actually. I didn't think that Genshin would be a game that I clicked with because I'm not a fan of single-player games, so recently I've been playing a lot of multiplayer games. I'm a big fan of MOBA games. I've always played Destiny 2 when I was younger, and League of Legends. And then when Genshin started becoming a big thing, a lot of my friends were like, let's play Genshin. And I was like, okay, sure. And that's the birth of this channel. But then as time progressed, and I guess doing the same thing and trying to race through all of this pressure was kind of catching up to me, I realized that I'm not really a big fan of it anymore. And I will be completely honest with you, at some point, I was really, it was a mental struggle to actually just turn on Genshin and have this pressure of going through the entirety of Sumeru, because you would just look at all of your unfinished quests, you would look at the massive ass crack of the desert and just go, I haven't started. And it would look at me like a deadline of a project that I haven't started and should be starting, but then I would just be so done with it. So I realized that that's unhealthy. That would definitely just kill my vibe, and I feel like this pressure of me trying to go through a lot of things really quickly and trying to learn all the pieces of lore and trying to catch up with the most updated pieces would just be, it would kill me creatively, honestly. It would just super creatively kill me. So, am I quitting Genshin Impact? No, I don't think I will be, but I feel like it'll be much slower. I haven't even touched, honestly, like the big areas of Sumeru. Like the desert to me is just like not done. A lot of the world quests are not touched yet. So I think that what I'm going to be doing is I'm gonna slow down. I will admit to all of you. And I'm just going to do my own thing for a while. I decided that I'm just going to do topics that I like. A lot of people ask me, why are you talking about Fatui when the new Sumeru content is out? And I'm just going to just reply and say, I haven't played it yet. I think it'll be super irresponsible of me to do a topic on something that I've never played on. And am I going to play it soon? Probably not. Why? Because I'm watching South Park, I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, or I'm playing Guild Wars 2, or I'm just busy. Stuff like that. And I realized that I'm also going to test myself creatively. I know that I've been a very intermittent person. I'm the kind of person that likes trying out stuff and seeing if it sticks. Not just to you as an audience, but to me as a creator. I think a lot of people underestimate just how difficult it is to be asking or creating content really quickly for a very long time. It's very easy to get creatively bored, and I'm really happy that I haven't had the discomfort of just saying that I just couldn't think of a video. I always have questions about Genshin's lore just boiling in my mind, and I'm very happy that that pool of creativity has not yet dried out, despite me not having touched this game for a very long time. I still have so many questions about the Fatui, about the Cataclysm, about, well, Sumeru in and of itself that I'm still trying to look around for, and still video topics that I want to delve into. And I'm so happy and blessed, but I know that a lot of people are going to say, why not talk about the newer content? I'm just like, I don't have the energy to currently play Genshin. And I don't want to feel rushed. I feel like I'm going to try to start branching out when it comes to topics. I'm going to show you guys more topics on other games that I personally like, and maybe you'll start liking if you start watching them. I'm going to be very careful with how I integrate changes to this channel, and I'm going to try it as slow but as consistently as possible. I feel like I was going to start with a miscellaneous Mondays where I'm just going to have Monday dedicated to videos of different topics. Like I was going to talk about Starfire and Raven from Teen Titans and their characterization, or I wanted to talk about video games or AI and just topics that I personally really want to make an essay on that are just not limited to Genshin. And then other days would be for Genshin. And then maybe, honestly, I want to talk about Dungeons & Dragons because it's actually a really extensive game. But I'm going to need to be careful about that because I know how the YouTube algorithm is completely allergic to channel revamps. And I just wanted to be honest with you guys because, I don't know, it felt right. You know, it felt right. So am I quitting Genshin? No. But I'm going to take it slow. And I'm going to take it very slow. And if maybe one day I'll just suddenly stop playing Genshin just because I ran out of questions, or I just stopped asking questions about Genshin and just, you know, lost interest, as everything in life does, then you'll know. And I'll tell you. My interest for Genshin has not yet waned, but my willpower to play a single-player escapist game probably has. I don't know. I've been looking more towards social games recently, and I feel like a new chapter for this channel will be much slower, of course, but I feel like a new chapter for this channel would be me opening up to you guys a bit more in terms of just like community, maybe seeing what works and what doesn't. So all in all, am I quitting Genshin Impact? No, but it could feel like it. Anyway, my name is Aster, and thank you for chilling with me.